Secretary Carter praised the change of government in Afghanistan. Will that now mean a more positive era on the ground? Captain Chuck Nash, retired from the U.S. Navy, Fox News military analyst, joins us now. Captain Nash, you just heard Ghani also say that the grounds for peace have never been better. Do you buy that?
Well, they're the ones who have to accept or reject that proposal. So if President Ghani is saying that, then I have to kind of believe that he's got some insight. He's been talking, or his people have been talking, because Karzai, as you may recall, left the informal talks at Doha, Qatar, because they put up an Islamic Emirate flag, the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan flag, and that totally ticked off Karzai, and he left. So something has changed, and for Secretary of Defense Carter, on his first visit internationally, he was just made Secretary of Defense just on Tuesday. So for him to be talking about the president may be considering and this and that, he's not floating these things on his own. This is in serious discussion, or he would not be broaching the subject.
Well, clearly want to make this a major priority by visiting our troops who are in Afghanistan, drawing down to 10,000 now and by half next year, zero supposedly by 2016. How do you think that will change, and do you think that the conditions with the new president are better now on the ground?
Well, Secretary of Defense Carter believes so, as does our Central Command Commander, General Austin. And it appears that we're getting some real cooperation now from the central government in Kabul that we did not have because of the distrust, mistrust, and overall fracturing of the Karzai government toward the end of his term. So you can only go with what people are not only telling you but showing you, and the cooperation has increased. And as one Afghan official put it, the open war has been curtailed, but the secret war is continuing and increasing. So we are getting increased use of night raids. We're killing the bad guys. We're getting out there, and the Afghan troops are becoming more effective, which is something we've been waiting for 10 years.
So you think they've really stepped up and reached perhaps our level or near our level?
I think they're not anywhere near our level. No, Eric, I don't mean to imply that. But I think what we're getting is we're getting cooperation, and we're starting to see the signs of elements of the Afghan security forces that are ready to step up and take position. Now, as you pointed out, we have had 100,000 U.S. troops in Afghanistan as recently as 2011, and we could potentially go to zero in 2016. And I think what Ashraf Ghani is begging, he's asking, but he's in fact begging the United States, at least reconsider the drawdown scope, the ramp. Don't make it so steep. And then what I really would like you to consider is, over that time, how about working with me? So as Secretary Carter said, we want the success to stick. We don't want this to be another Iraq.
Yeah, speaking of that, finally, it seems like he's trying to correct the president's own strategy that the president has laid out. And he'll be at the White House next month. At the same time, he talks about reconciling with the Taliban, potential talks with the Taliban. How do you think that will play out? And what will he say to President Obama when he's here in March?
I think there is an understanding, even when this started, Eric, that eventually the Taliban would play some role in whatever resultant government came out of all of this conflagration. Because they are there, they have a constituency. The question is this the Taliban that wants an Islamic republic, or is this a Taliban leadership that can work within a unified government for a greater Afghanistan? That's something that has never been. Afghanistan, we keep calling it a country, but it is so geographically and ethnically diverse that it would be really tough to rope that all into a solid thing. I think the best we can hope for is that they'll just stop killing each other.
That's absolutely what we should hope for. Probably won't happen, but certainly, hopefully, with all our blood and treasure that we've spilled and the continuing efforts by our country and our fellow Americans, that eventually could happen. Chuck Nash, thank you so much for joining us as always.
My pleasure.